There's two kinds of voter suppression going on in the United States big time right now. And one, I think, is the worst, and nobody ever talks about it. And the second is the most visible, and it's having a relatively small effect, but it's real. And that's the one that everybody knows about, which is the voter ID laws. Don Yelton was the precinct chair for the Buncombe County, North Carolina Republican Party. And then Jon Stewart sent somebody down to interview him for The Daily Show. And the guy comes out and says that the ID law in North Carolina the law is going to kick the Democrats in the butt. He says, no, it's not a racist law at all. He said, but if it hurts a bunch of college kids that's too lazy to get off their bahunkus and get a photo ID, so be it. And if it hurts a bunch of lazy blacks that want the government to give them everything, so be it. This is the head of the Republican Party in this county, or the precinct chair in Buncombe County. He has now resigned. Why? Because the Republicans were unhappy that he told an inconvenient truth. But the kind of voter suppression that is less visible, that I think is truly horrific, is the one that says it's a two-step process. Number one, let's pass laws saying that if you're a felon at any time in your life, if you committed a felony, you can never vote ever again. And then number two, let's start aggressively, quote, enforcing the law in communities of color. So a black person in Florida, for example, is 8 times more likely to be arrested for smoking pot than a white person, even though as a percentage of the population, more white people smoke pot than black people. If you're white, you're more likely to smoke pot than if you're black. But blacks get arrested 8 times more frequently. And they get that felony on their record, and then they can't vote. There are 600,000 African Americans in Florida, 400,000 in North Carolina. And God only knows in the other states what the numbers are. And I'm sure the numbers are out there. These are just the ones I know off the top of my head. African Americans who have felonies on their records and therefore cannot vote. Can you imagine if tomorrow 600,000 African Americans in Florida, 400,000 African Americans in North Carolina suddenly were able to vote? Those states would not be red states any longer. And I think the same is true. I don't have the statistics to back it up, but I believe that the same would probably be true of Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, all of these southern states. What we are seeing is a white power structure hanging on, in large part because they pass laws that say that people who have felonies can't vote, and then they have followed policies for generations that overrepresent African Americans in the felon population.